Okay, perfect, perfect. So the three things we want to lock in today is number one, I want you guys to write down, define what a leader is. Number one, if you're going to develop leaders, you got to know what a leader is. Number one, you got to define what a leader is. Okay? Now, number two, after you define them, number two, how do you find them? Number one, you have to define them. Then number two, how do we find them? Number one, define what a leader is. Number two, how do we find a leader? And then number three, what we teach a leader. Number one, define what a leader is. Number two, how do we find a leader? Then number three, what do we teach a leader? If this is right on time this morning, comment in the chat box, I needed this. I need to know who I'm talking to this morning. If this is right on time this morning, comment in the chat box, I needed this. Who am I talking to this morning? Right? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So guys, let's go ahead and tap right into this. So number one, right? The first topic that we want to dissect today, if you got your pen and your paper, the first thing we want to talk about is how do we define a leader? Right? So a leader, I want you guys to write this down. A leader is a professional student of the business. A leader is a professional student of the business. See, just because it may be some people on the call that, T, I just want to trade, that does not define you as not being a leader. Are you with me? Just because you only want to trade does not mean you don't have a responsibility to the overall organization's growth. So what you have to understand, a leader is a professional student of the business. They're always, listen, they're a student of network marketing. They're professionals. They're always looking for new ideas and new information. A leader is a professional student. Guys, I went to college for 6 years until they gave me my leaving papers. I was a professional student. I collected student loans for a living. I collected refund checks for a living. You may know some people right now, they've been in school all their life. They've become professional students. Now, is it paying off? I'm not sure in that field. But you've seen some people, we've been some people that's been professional students. Now, how do we recognize a professional student? Right? How do we recognize it? Number one, they're always listening to audio trainings. They're real. What do students do? What do professional students do? They're studious at what? Listening to audio trainings. Right? They're reading books. They're attending meetings. They're at the company conventions. They was at Lifestyle Reloaded. They was at Lifestyle Lead. Those are leaders. Because they're constantly thirsting after knowledge. Right? See, what you have to understand, if leaders are readers, then in order to recognize a leader, I know that a leader constantly want to learn. So if I'm struggling with somebody, when I'm trying to get somebody promoted, getting them ranked up, did I first even check if they're professional network marketing students? See, some of us want to see our friends promoted. Some of us are forcing people who might not don't want to rank up, who might not don't want to create the residual freedom. And you're dragging people along because you have never identified, number one, do they want this for themselves first? So you get pressed because you've been pressing. You depressed because you've been pressing so much people who don't want this. See, you can't give leadership development, right, on the business side to people who just want to be customers. You got to plug the customers in to customer service. What's customer service? Go live, right? Go live. The apps, right? Getting them on the products. That's customer service. So you don't want to waste leadership development on people who just want to be customer service. Are you with me? Y'all having two different conversations. So in order to recognize a leader, you got to first see that they have a desire to learn without your permission. See, a leader, number two, a leader does the business without you. They don't need your constant motivation. Every month, you ain't got to talk them off the cliff. Every month, even though we all go through things, but every 30 days, you ain't got to stop them from quitting again. Are you with me? Every week, you ain't got to, they about to quit the business every Tuesday at 7. You almost got your watch scheduled by when they gonna quit again. That's not a leader. Because leaders know you got to lead while you bleed. Leaders know that there's going to be some bad days on this journey to the good days. Listen, they don't need your constant motivation and checking up on them. Are you with me? Don't nobody got to call me and say, T, I need you to do this motivational call. Hey, T, I need you to put this meeting together. T, have a leadership call. T, do an event. T, do this. Nobody got to call me. Are you with me? Because when I signed up for independent business owner, it says independent business owner. Either you a customer or an IBO. You are not a trader. You're going to use the products or you're going to build a business and use the products. What's a trader? You're a customer. It don't even say trading on the application. It says customer or independent business owner. That means I'm in this business for myself, but I'm not by myself. Are you with me? Some of us think that we owe our mentor, we own them for $235. What? You don't own nobody for $320 because you signed up elite. You don't own your mentors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You an independent business owner. Nobody owe you nothing. Let me tell you right now, your leaders don't owe you jack. We got to stop taking things for granted like somebody owe us something. Right? We take credit. Even outside of leadership, we take credit. Well, I got my own house. I got my own car. I bring the table. You're supposed to have that. You can't take credit for that. You a grown man and woman. So stop trying to take credit for some things that you should already be doing. This is leadership. Now, the third component of this, of defining what a leader is a leader knows how to solve problems. Listen, don't sign up for an IBO if you ain't ready to deal with problems. Are you with me? You know what? Listen, I remember Obama came into office, hair all black, walked out of office, hair all gray. That's the cost of leadership. You're going to have to go down in history, but there's going to be a cost. For him to be the first black African-American male president, it cost him his peace. But he made the history books. Harriet Tubman, in order to lead the slaves from one plantation to freedom, it cost her life. It's going to cost you something. So you got to understand, as a leader, you got to help solve people's problems. You got to think with me. We got to help people think themselves out of a paper bag. Are you with me? Because working a job don't require you to think. You just show up and do the work. But on this journey called I'm different, I got to cause things to happen in my life rather than be an effect of what other people's cause. So I got to think my way out of things. The word says think and grow rich. So I got to help people think. The biggest reason why people are not building the business because they have the wrong philosophy. They're not thinking properly. I'm talking today. Are you with me? So you got to understand, if all the problems filter all the way back up to you, then you don't have any leaders. If everybody in your organization is calling you with problems, then you haven't effectively developed leaders. You can't, listen, before Obama got the phone call, before they called a red phone, there were systems and levels of people who had to handle stuff at the Senate, the mayors, the senators, the House of Representatives. And if it got real, all right, we got to go to Obama. But if it got real, we got to go to Supreme Court. There's levels to this. So right now, if your phone is blowing up all day, every day, it's only because your leaders don't understand something. See, it's when your phone stop ringing, it's when your bag go up. Are you with me? So it's 3 things to identifying a leader. Number 1, they are a professional student. That means they studying the skills. They're building a professional network market. It's not a hobby. I don't show up every Tuesday and Wednesday. I show up every day. Are you with me? Number 2, they're independent. They're independent. I got 3 leaders. They got 3 different types of sauces, right? We have an overall system, but they all do things different. They're independent, and I ain't got to call them and look over their shoulder. I'm not nobody's manager. I'm nobody's boss. The problem is we try to take corporate America tactics and bring them into leadership development, and instead of being somebody's leader, you sound like somebody's boss. And this is why people don't rock with you. Because every time you get on the phone, you telling somebody what to do instead of helping them understand. Let's get it. It's about to be one of the mornings today. Let's get it. It's about to be one of those mornings today. So what you have to understand is that there's 3 things, right? You got to identify a professional student. Who wants to learn? Who in their education? Who's reading the books? Who can spit David's videos word by word? You got to be listening. You got to be attentive. You got to be watching as a leader. Number 2, who can move independent? I ain't got to call them and set up a launch. I ain't got to call them and get in the trade. Listen, when you knew, you got 2-3 days of me. Oh yeah, when you knew, I'm gonna send you that signal. I'm gonna make sure you take profit. But after those 2-3 days, I'm not calling you at 6 o'clock in the morning and saying, hey, are you up? Did you get in that trade? Absolutely not. Does your job call you and say, hey, are you up? Are you on your way to work? Absolutely not. So if you can set an alarm to go to a place you hate, why you can't set an alarm to get in your bag? We're not here to baby people. We're not here to nurture. We can nurture your vision, but we're not about to nurture your insecurities. Like, we're about to hold you accountable for your check. You got to understand success is a bare knuckles brawl. We got to fight bears, lions, and tigers every day for the check. Are you with me? So you got to get up and want yours for yourself. Number 2, move independent. We have a community of support. There's 1,000 calls in our community. But you got to be able to get on the Zoom. And I'm going to talk about that and what to teach a leader. Think with me this morning. And then number 3, a leader is someone who solves problems. Guess what? If you can't solve your problems, you ain't going to be able to solve nobody else's. You can't be in your feelings all the time as a leader. How you in your feelings and your team needs you? Are you with me? You got to grow some tough skin. Stop taking everything so personal. Stop assuming everything. This is life. We all going through some type of battle. So don't let these circumstances whip you into submission, considering you got hundreds of people counting on you. Are you with me? So you got to understand, you got to be a problem solver or you ain't cut out for this. If you're not a problem solver, you ain't cut out for this. Jesus was a problem solver. How we going to feed all these people? Don't worry about it. I got it. Are you with me? You got to solve problems. That's number 1. So if you got number 1 on how to define what a leader is, drop a 1 in the chat box. Perfect. You guys got to drop a 1 in the chat box. Perfect. Number 2, how do I find a leader, T? How do I find a leader, T? Perfect. You look in the mirror. Got you. You got to look in the mirror first. Are you with me? So you don't find a leader, you attract a leader. This is network marketing. You got to become attractive in the marketplace. It's no difference than a job. When you go to a job, your resume is real attractive. Well, we ain't applying for a job, so we got to become attractive in the marketplace. How do we become attractive in the marketplace? Your posture. Your posture. See, some of us on social media, we telling everybody our needs instead of planting our seeds. Everybody know your business except your business. Everybody know your business. You done broke up with this brother. These men ain't talking about nothing. Your mama owe you this. Your girlfriend ain't doing this. You got to cut people off on your life. I'm not joining you. Every year you cutting 8 people off. I'm not gonna join you. Every year you on Facebook talking about somebody, throwing somebody under the mud. I'm not joining you. Your posture is terrible. I'm looking at your pictures. Right now, there's a pastor looking at your page who has a large organization, and he's one step away from signing up with you. But your language, you on social media talking about on God, on phone them, on baby them, for sure, ain't finna. What? You got to understand that your language is going to determine what rooms you get in. You can't hide poor language. Jim Rohn says, never be lazy with language. So you online talking this Ebonic talk, trying to fit in, but God made you custom made. You've been trying to fit in when God set you apart. You custom made and you trying to fit in and have the language of the people. Well, those people are broke. So you got to change your conversation. We always want to say, well, they don't sound like me. Exactly. This is the whole purpose of the script. Say the script. Get out of your feelings. Are you with me? We're trying to tailor, we're trying to be who we are to the same people that know us. No, you got to change. You got to change. So you got to attract leaders. Chad did not recruit me. You can't recruit a T. Smith. You can't recruit, right, a Riyad Jones. You can't recruit a George Millionaire McCoy, a JBL Dupree. You have to attract us. How did Chad attract us? 10 years he been killing the internet. I was watching. Man, this brother got some value. Man, this brother's posture is off the game. Man, he does a lot of trainings. Man, he in the same company. We both hit SVP in our last company, but he hit it in 6 months. I hit it in 2 years. Man, what is this brother doing? What is this brother doing? He attracted me. So when he left the company, my attention left with him. Hey, where you going? Vacation? What's that? A travel company. I'll give it a try. Cool. What'd he do? 3 years ago, he called me in August. Hey, T, I'm about to launch something called Trade Nation. I said, Trade Nation? Man, I'm not going back to school. I hung up on him. Click. Then what'd he do? He went to work. All I know is in 14 days, he hit Chairman 10. And I'm seeing the internet going crazy. Somebody called me and say, T, have you heard about this chairman? Have you heard about this trading stuff? I said, let me call you right back. Hey, Chad, yeah, send me the link. He attracted me through his work, his language, his posture, his value. Listen, he didn't beg me to sign up. I said, no, I'm not going back to school, Chad. It wasn't no, man, you sure? Man, come on, bro. See, that's your posture. Some of us look like we need that sign up. You dressing like you need the next sign up. You're talking like you're desperate for the next sign up. Are you with me? So number one, you got to attract leaders. You got to talk your talk. You got to move in posture. David Emonite, I feel like we got God on our team. I promise y'all. I'm Lil G. I know we got Big G, but I feel like David is a big Lil G. Like I can't find the flaws. That's the type of personal development. Like, man, listen, for him to attract all the leaders he got, you know what type of leader you got to become? For you to attract the chairman, Chad Thompson, Gary McSween, A Bryce Thompson. Man, you the GOAT for real. So number one, you got to understand you can't go recruit the superstars. You got to attract the superstars by number one, looking in the mirror and knowing you are a superstar. Yeah. You got to know you are the stuff. See, some of us, we don't pat ourselves enough on the back. But God already set you apart. You custom made. But you don't know your difference right now. And if you don't know it, you can't market your difference. Everybody has a difference. And wisdom is the ability to recognize difference. So guess what? You can't fully, effectively impact people if you don't even know your own purpose. You can't fully impact people when you don't know your purpose and you don't know your difference. My difference is my speaking. Somebody can say the same thing that I say, but my language, my posture, how I'm going to make it relatable, how I'm going to put some language in it, how I'm going to put some humor in it, and how I'm going to drive it home makes me different. Somebody told me one day, they said, man, I heard David's presentation. I heard yours. I honestly like yours. I said, no, I'm not better than David. I'm just different than David. Are you with me? It's my difference. See, listen, you worried about competing with people, but can't nobody compete with your difference. You worry about what every other team is doing, what every other leader is doing, but you worried about the wrong thing. You got to focus on your difference. There's no competition when you're working in your difference. So right, number one, when you attract people, how are you different? It's about to be 1 million students in I Am Academy. Everybody on Facebook talking about Forex. How are you different? How are you different? How do you stand out? God said, I'm going to set you apart. Do you know that it's your purpose? It's your vibe that attracts your tribe. So when you're trying to be like somebody else, you water down your vibe, and it's not the same drink. Some of y'all purpose is on the rocks. Some of our purpose is on the rocks. It's watered down. But your purpose needs to be straight, no chaser. We don't chase them, we attract them. Somebody will catch that in a ride home. Number two, right? You can build leaders from scratch. Listen, people say, our leaders born, or I'm not a leader. Man, everybody's a leader. You just got to develop them. So let's talk about developing. I'm gonna go to three. All right. So here we go. Number one, here's what you got to understand. Leaders, man, stop trying to get people to be a carbon copy of yourself. Listen, when we're talking about building people from scratch, listen, people ain't got to dress like you, talk like you, walk like you, and look like you to be a leader. If that was the case, it wouldn't be no Bryce Thompsons. Wasn't nobody wearing baseball caps and presentations. Wasn't nobody turning presentations into concerts. Are you with me? I got some athletes on my team. I had got to a point, I said, they'll never put on heels, and it's okay. She ain't got, my mentee, she ain't got to put on no heels. It's okay. Because she's going to recruit a lot of people in her sneaks. She's going to develop people in her sneaks. But do you know, there's 1 million athletes that don't want to put on heels. But when you try to change somebody to fit them into something that they're not, you're going to mess up the blessing and the assignment that they have on their life. Let people do them, but make sure they got the principles. You ain't got to look like me. You ain't got to dress like me. That's the problem. I didn't talk to chairmen. I didn't talk to my brother. All right. See, the last few years, he couldn't effectively be him because Riyadh is rubbing off and then David is rubbing off on him. He's from the streets. So his purpose is filtered down because he's from the streets, but he's following somebody that's spiritual in grace, that's professional, but he's been struggling with how to get his image off the ground. But you got to be your authentic you. People know when you water down, when you're not what you say you are. Are you with me? I can't spit the Bible back and forth like Riyadh, right? but I am gonna spit them bars. I might not dress like David every day, right? But I am gonna get clean and hit them with the shoulder lean. I know when there's a time where I gotta put it on, but I can be way less fresher with way less effort when I'm doing me. Somebody comment in the chat box, do you? Somebody comment in the chat box, do you? Are you with me this morning? Perfect. So watch this. Here's what we got to do. In order to develop a leader, you got to give them a test. In order to have a testimony, you first got to have a what? Drop it in the chat box. In order to have a testimony, you first got to have a what? Drop it in the chat box. Hey, so let me tell y'all what this means, because this gonna go over y'all here. I want y'all to come into the locker room a little closer. Pull your seats up just a little bit more. When somebody tell me they ready to build, they ready to get their 2 and 3, I don't never take their word for it. I don't care what people say nowadays. I don't care about your mouth. I care about your feet. You know why? Because your feet gonna show me what's in your heart. Hey, your feet gonna show me what's in your heart. Are you with me? Because when you believe something, you take action. Action is the byproduct of belief. So if your feet ain't moving, your mouth just moving. Are you with me? So I give my leaders a test. I don't care who it is. I don't care if we're friends. I don't care if we go back 30 years. I don't care if you signed up to yesterday. Before I launch you and before I give you my time, before I jump down and work with you and give you my time, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a test. Why? Because it ain't for you, it's for me. I got to make sure I don't waste my time with people just talking. Man, you do this in relationships too. Some of y'all are buying into potential way too soon. You ready to be somebody's wife off the first date. You ready to be somebody's husband off the first date, and you ain't gave them a test. You all hand over heels on the first date, and you ain't gave them a test. Are you with me? So how do we give our leaders a test? Number one, we got to ask them to do something. See, you got to understand with access, because remember, you a superstar. Remember, you a GOAT. You the superstar. So with access, there first comes a test. Are you with me? There's a responsibility. So I'm going to ask my leader, hey, before we launch you, I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to watch this David Imonite video for 1 hour and send me back the notes tonight. Here's what I'm doing all day. I'm waiting. Just gave them the test. Let me see if they're serious about launching. Just have it back to me about 9 o'clock. That's cool. Okay, cool, T. I'll knock it out. 8:30 come. I ain't got nothing. 9 o'clock come. Ain't got nothing. I'm not texting you. I'm not about to call you. Hey, like a job or something. Hey, did you knock that video out? No, because I don't have to ask the leader that. You want my results. I don't have to repeat myself. If I call David, if I had the access to David Imonite and I said, hey, I want to go chairman 750, and he gave me some instructions and I procrastinated, that means I don't honor the access. And listen, what you don't honor soon will be removed. Think about your relationships. The people that didn't honor you in your relationship soon had to be removed. No, I can't rock with you no more. You ain't passed the test. You don't call nobody back. Your communication is terrible, right? I don't trust you. You ain't passed the test. So guys, listen, when they don't do the simple stuff, how do you expect them to go lead an organization of hundreds of people? You can't even watch an hour video. Or you can use a book. Give people a book. Hey, can you read the first chapter? I'm about to really start playing them. Hey, can you read the first sentence in this book and send me back the notes? Okay, T. The sentence. It's a real test. I'm going to make up a book. Hey, can you go get this book online and send me back the notes? I'm going to make up a book. Okay, T, I'll send it back. You ain't in the book, don't even exist. You got to understand, you got to give your leaders a test or you're going to waste your time. See, you've been with people right now for the last 5, 6, 7 months. And you're going back and forth trying to develop them and help them hit a rank that they didn't want in the first place. You ain't never gave them a test. So you've been dragging some people instead of bragging on some people. You've been dragging some people, and right now you could have been broke some leaders and bragging on some people. Are you with me? You ain't got to drag a dead horse to the water. Stop trying to drag dead horse to the water. Listen, we don't got to do that. People who thirsty gonna drink. People who ready to eat gonna eat. Are y'all with me? Think with me this morning. So don't invest leadership development with people that don't want to be leaders. Are you with me? You run with the runners, you walk with the walkers. Somebody said, oh, somebody gonna get off the call today. Oh, here T go with this building thing. He don't care about, no, that ain't it. I love my customers. I love my family who just want to trade perfect, but I'm gonna love you alone. I want here to, I'm not gonna teach you how to trade. That's, if you teaching people how to trade, you got way too much ego. If you teaching people how to trade, you got way too much ego, and that's probably why your business not blowing up. Why you want to be the trader and we got a whole academy that teaches people how to trade? We have 100 educators and we're not talking about you. We don't need 101. We got 100. The products do the work. So guess what? I'm going to lead them in class. Our job as a leader is to put butts in the seats. You got to put butts in the seats in the classroom. I ain't got to the sauce yet. Listen, y'all hang in there with me. Somebody gonna get off right before we get into the drip. But this leadership development this morning. Are you with me? You can't build a huge team when you're dragging people. Do y'all know how hard it is to go to the top? Especially when you got a backload full of people that don't want to do nothing. I'm not carrying nobody this year. Are you with me? I need y'all to look. I need y'all to tell y'all, say this out loud for me. I'm not carrying nobody.
I'm not carrying nobody.
It's either you want it or what, family? It's either you want it or what, family? Somebody talk to me today. It's either you want it or you what?
Or you don't.
You don't. Or you don't.
It's common sense. Stop paying for other people's future off of potential. You got to stop paying. You got to show up to blow up. Now, let's talk about the step number 3. What do we teach a leader? But if the first 2 points made sense this morning, drop I got it T in the chat box. Let me know who thinking with me this morning. Who got it this morning? Drop I got it in the chat box if you got it. Perfect. Now, here's what you guys got to understand. Let me tell y'all this. Listen. Oh, the spirit just told me right now. Listen. Hey, listen. Don't let your ego get in the way to your success. Don't let it do it. Don't let who you've been your whole life stop you from becoming who you need to be the rest of your life. This personality that you got right now is not serving you. Look at the results. Look at the results, man. This personality that you have right now is not serving you like it needs to be. Look at the results. That's a reflection of you want to be right instead of getting it right. So you got to get out of your way. Get out of your way. Don't let that ego block you from everything God has for you. The way you talk to your mentors, the way you shugging people off, the same people that God's placed in your life to change your life. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to be on the phone with them. You want to shortchange them. Don't disrespect the access. Because number 3, I'm about to go there with y'all this morning. Number 3, I'm gonna go there with y'all this morning because I did that for 3 years. I took some things personal. I was mad. I was hurt. And my business had to feel that. But I'm about to go there this morning. So number 3, what do we teach leaders? What do we teach leaders? Number 3, what do we teach leaders? There's a difference between an IBO and a leader. Some of y'all think because you an IBO, you a leader. No, you're not. Let me just go ahead and correct you right now. Just because you own the business don't mean you're a leader. Position don't make you a leader. Because you spend that $17 to upgrade does not make you a leader. See, IBOs, y'all think about the business. Leaders, we think about the people. And the people, you build the people, and the people build the business. IBOs, they just want to smash ranks. Leaders, we want to smash hands. We want to smash lives. We want to impact hearts. So you only focus on, oh, what's my next rank? See, you worried about the volume. When you're an IBO, you worried about the volume in your legs. Oh, I'm missing 3 people for P6. When you're a leader, you worried about the value in your legs. Oh, I got to get in some hearts this week. I got to help some people understand something this week. There's a difference between an IBO and a leader, and you wouldn't know the difference. You focus on the business, but the people are the business. And if you ain't right with the people, your business ain't gonna get right. Are you with me? So you got to teach a leader to have a compass in his hand and a magnet in his heart. Are you with me? Now let me give y'all the sauce for number 3. What to teach a leader? We're not no fucking IBOs. We're a leader. This is leadership development. We are in the business of building people. How do we build people? There's a formula. There is a formula. Our success coach, he always gives us what? What does David Imonite always gives us? Somebody talk to me this morning. What does David Imonite always gives us? Formulas. Success is math. It's an equation. It's math. It's common sense. Now, it's a formula. R, write this down in your notes. R plus M plus T plus B equals success. R plus M plus T plus B equals success. What does that mean, T? I'll tell you what it means. It gets the people going. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about R. How much time I got? Okay, I got 13 minutes. Let's talk about R. R. If you're gonna if you're gonna be a leader, if you're gonna be a chairwoman these next 90 days, if you're gonna be a chairman the next 90 days, here's what you gotta understand. Number 1, you gotta build relationships. R is relationships. The reason why your residuals are not sticking is because your relationships are not sticking. I'm gonna let that bend the block. Some of y'all say, I can't keep retention. It's because you can't keep a relationship. I'm gonna let that spin the block on your way to work this morning. Let's let that settle in for a second. Let that kick in for 1 second. It's relationship. We are in network marketing. This is direct sales. We're in a relationship building business. So let me tell you, and I was thinking about this the other day. I said, damn, this makes sense why a lot of people fail, because listen, for most cases, most people never seen what a real relationship looked like in the first place. See, for most of us, we never grew up in a 2-parent household, so we never seen a real relationship in the first place. We've seen a lot of crying. We've seen a lot of people walk out on us. We got abandonment issues. Our first boyfriend did this. Our first girlfriend did this. This person hurt us. We done took a lot of pain and baggage from our past, and it's affecting our business. This is why you can't build until you're healed. You got a problem with building because you ain't solved your problem with healing. Are you with me? There's some stuff you gotta let go. There's some people you gotta forgive. There's some stuff you gotta get over. You gotta heal because it's affecting your relationships. Are you with me? You can't tap root. You can't touch other people's heart when it's your heart that got the envy in it. It's your heart that needs the forgiveness in it. It's your heart. You need to do the heart work. How do I build relationships? I gotta talk to my team all damn day. How are you platinum 150 and you don't talk to 3 people a day? How are you P600? That's 9 people. And you don't talk to 9 people a day. What are you doing? These people ain't joining the company, they joining you. And you don't talk to them? Man, that's disrespectful. You don't know what people did to spend their last dollar to make sure they lock into your vision. See, you know all those goals that you got? You know who paying for that? Your organization. All those visions, you got to pay for that in service, G. I'm talking to you. No, don't turn the radio up now. Right? Don't sneak off to the bathroom now. No, lock in. Come closer now, G. Come closer now. It's all cool when we talk about the first 2 parts, but I'm bringing it down your street this morning. I'm bringing it down your street. We got to build relationships. We got to work the phone all day long. And now when we're calling people, doing the phone work, we're not giving them instructions. We always want to call people and tell somebody what to do. Man, tell yourself what to do first. This ain't no job. We don't tell people what to do. We help them with understanding. So I'm on the phone with them. I'm talking to Corian. What's up, bro? What's popping? Cool. Corian put up yesterday. I ain't telling him what to do. I said, where you at in your goals? Where you at in your life? T, this is what I want to do. Okay, cool. I understand, but let me help you understand something. I know you have a Chairman 25 goal by the end of the year, but Corian, here's what I need you to understand. We need a 30-day goal and a 90-day goal. I'm not about to tell him what to do, but I can help him understand. Are you with me? Stop fighting it. Help people understand. Hey, listen, you need a 30-day goal, a 90-day goal, because listen, you can't go Chairman 25 until you go Platinum 150. You can't even go Platinum 150 till you get 2 and free. Are you with me? You can't go Platinum 150 until you get a free scholarship. So in our relationship, I'm not his boss, I'm his brother. Hey, here's what you got to understand. So every day when I'm talking to my team, I'm helping them understand something. They got 90% of it is going to be some problems, but that's what leaders do. But let me tell you about these problems. I'm not going to hear your problems every day and I give you the solution and you don't take action on it. I'm not going to sign up to be drained every day. Let me know. I want y'all to know that. I'm not going to sign up to be drained by the same problems that you don't want to face. If you're running from your problem, can't nobody solve them. Are you with me? So number one, you got to participate in your rescue. I'm going to help you understand the solution. What's the solution to your problem? Building a business. The reason why you're going through problems is because you're not building a business. Momentum solves all your problems. Yesterday in the Chairman Factory, we broke 2 Platinum 150s, hella launches. The leaders walked out of here tired, drained, and sustained. I went to sleep dragging last night. I was so tired, I missed the gym, and I love the gym. But listen, I'm okay that I missed the gym when I fall asleep doing reps. Somebody gonna miss that this morning. Even though I missed the gym, last night I was putting up reps. I got my reps in last night anyway, because I did a launch call with a Chairman 50. I got off the call, did 8 to 10 three-way calls. Did a morning motivational call yesterday. Had 5 guests on the call yesterday. Got a new student locked in yesterday. I put up the reps. Are you with me? But some of us are not putting up the reps and we skipping the gym like it's leg day. Put the work in on a relationship. That every day is fucking leg day. Why? Because you got 3 legs in your business, so you can't skip leg day. Every day, you got to do the squats. You got to do the reps. You got to pour that value in your legs. You got to make sure your leaders understand something. This is how you get your value in your legs, not the volume in your legs. So the first one is R. The second one is mindset. The M is mindset. Don't miss this today. The M is mindset. How do we shift people's mindset? Because we can't tell people what to do. So how do we help them make better actions? We got to influence their mindset. That's why we say, think with me. How do we do that? Through the Zooms. Listen, you got to stop getting on the Zoom by yourself. I ain't saying you got to beg somebody to get on the Zoom, but you need to promote the Zoom. All right? You need to edify the Zoom. Right? You need to go on, you need to go on Instagram and let people you know on the Zoom. Right now, if I go on your Instagram, you ain't got no screenshots of this call right now. What's happening? You got an organization full of people, and what do you show them on Instagram? That you got a girlfriend, that you got a boyfriend. How is that helping your business? You posted everything else about the business. I mean, everything else about your life other than the business. That's why you don't have a business. Talk about the mindset. Talk about the value on the Zoom. The Zooms is the bag. If your team is not on the Zooms, how they gonna get on their bag? Because you're leaving their thinking up to being an employee. The Zoom takes you from employee to entrepreneur. Every time you make a decision to not get on the Zoom, you make a decision to settle. And we know what settle. I'm not gonna talk to the lifestyle elite people. Y'all know what settle means. Seems easier to think like an employee. Every time you miss a Zoom, it's going to make it easier to think like an employee. You're going to think like an employee every day you miss a Zoom. How you would rather take notes from a professor in school than from somebody that make $100,000 off the market a day. People making $50,000 a month. You don't want to take the notes. Make it make sense. Listen, how you develop people's minds is through the relationships. Because when I'm on the phone with them, it's my opportunity. I can't. Listen. Hey, I'm not a drug dealer, but I am a hope dealer. Like, you know, when everybody, see, this is an Instagram moment for y'all. This is how you be different. Everybody on the Instagram, they got money to their head. How about you take 5 to 6 notebooks? You know how much hope I got to get off? Listen, you know how much hope I got to get off of these streets? I got stuff for days. I can do this 3 times a day. I was telling one of my leaders, I said, I can do this. This is my gift. I got stuff for days I can hit y'all with. I can go to sleep doing a training. I can wake up doing the training. I got this for days. Do you hear me? Notebooks full of stuff. We on the ground with money, but this is where the bag is at. These Zooms. You should have a notebook full of something. But if it's not working in your life, it's just quotes. If it's not working in your life, all you got is a whole bunch of quotes. I can get this stuff all day, every day. See, whatever your gift is, my sister, she's good at products. My sister, her product game, she can do product trainings all day. That's her gift. That's her niche. Can't nobody do a product like my sister. I'm telling y'all. That's what she studied. That's her lane. It's product. This is my lane. I'm gonna serve. I'm gonna get this sauce out. Are you with me? So you got to understand. You got to get them in the mindset. But you can't pour from an empty cup. Where's your mindset at right now? What value are you getting? That's the law of value. You got to give to receive. See, you on Facebook, you looking for 10 people to join your business. You're gonna be looking for a long time because you ain't giving nothing. You looking for everything, but not giving nothing. You're looking for everybody, but not giving nothing. Do you know what's big about relationships? I always struggle with this word, reciprocity. That means every relationship has a give and a take, but you came in to take. You came in to get, but everything that you give determines what you get. You want to get it all, but you don't want to give nothing. Okay, see how that works. So number 2 is mindset. We got to develop people's mindset. We got to get the stinking thinking. Oh, you know what? I don't want to build the business. Man, what? You got live evidence somebody's making $1 million every 4 weeks. Right now, this Friday, David Imoniche, Chad, can you imagine making $25,000 every Friday? Chairman 100. Like, that's like saying, no, I don't want the whole plate. Who goes to the restaurant and just want the appetizers? Stop disrespect. Like, come on. You're not about to get dressed. I wish I would take a girl out. Now, what I did in high school was different. The appetizers was the meal. That's all we had. But I wish I would disrespect a woman and say, hey, I want to take you out to dinner. I think you're a beautiful queen. We get there. Only thing I order is appetizers. And say, you ready? How'd you enjoy your meal? It was no meal. So you got to get to the place in your life where you are highly aggressive about income. You know what your problem is? Income. I promise to God, your problem is income. So how can you be in a position where you had a bad 2020 and you're not even ready to eat this year? You still selling for appetizers. If you don't go get this whole plate and stop playing with you, stop playing with us. Go straight to plate. So the next thing you got to do is understand trading. You got to shift from relationship to mindset to trading. What's the trading? You got to get people paid. There's only 2 things that get your business growing: relationships and results. If you're not getting people paid, they're gone. Riyadh said people quit in their first 72 days. No, it ain't their first 72 days. They quit in their first 7 days. But they don't turn their education off until 72. Are y'all with me? People turn their subscription off in 72 days, but they already quit in the first 7. So if you have a casual approach to getting people paid, good luck, right? Good luck. It's not going to happen in this business, right? You got to get people paid same day. I know I used to say 72 hours. No, that's too long now. Nowadays, 72 hours is way too long. No, we get people paid as soon as they sign up. That's my only goal. I'm getting them paid trading. How do I get people paid? Through the apps. Go live, right? Go live. The apps, Swipe Coin, right? You want to use these apps, Swipe Coin, Gold Cup. Get them on a live session. You send them out the signal. Get them on a product. Get them paid. This harmonic scanner should be your best friend. Stop teaching people outside of the products. Why? You want them to go learn on their own? You sending people YouTube videos. Why in the hell would you send somebody a YouTube video when you got 1,000 videos in your back office? Hey, watch this video. I think it's dope. Okay, cool. I'll go learn this on YouTube. I don't need the education. Why would you do that? You're building a business. We're not here to suffocate people, but you got to keep residuals. You got to keep retention. Chick-fil-A keep retention. Walmart keep retention. Why? Because they keep rolling back the prices on you. They gonna keep you in the store. So stop sending people away from the products because you want to be the GOAT. You want to be the trader. You want to be the man. Well, that don't duplicate. Can't nobody see and read the market like you. So teach them the products. Duplicate on the products. Product. Why? Because they're customers. So if they're customers, they're here to consume something. Consume what, T? The products. Get them paid. That's it. Get them paid. Now, the last one is the business. Relationships plus mindset plus trading plus the business. What's the business? You got to launch them. I'm not about to, that's training for another day. You got to launch your people. See, some of you want to skip steps. You want to bring somebody in and go straight to the business. Listen, God don't move like that. God is obsessed with order, and the reason why you can't have an increase is because you don't have no order. There's no structure. So you get people in and you take them straight to the business. They don't even understand. You ain't even built a relationship. Most of my students come off social media. I don't know them. I got to build a relationship. I got to make sure they tapped into the Zooms right now. Listen, look on, it's 39 people on the call. 35. How many of your team members on this call? Think about it. So you got to see, well, damn, oh, man, who could have used this training this morning? Who could have used this value this morning? Who could have used this mindset this morning? See, the same thing. David said this at Lifestyle League. David says stuff so much that people don't even hear him. So he took him to Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor said the same thing. And people, oh my God. Oh my God. That's how it works. David say the same thing the last 3 years. But sometimes you just need another voice. Leverage the voice. Stop. If you can't get to him, leverage. Let him hear from somebody else. Are you with me? Leverage the voice. My brother Corian. My brother from the streets. And I tell y'all our business. My brother from the streets. That's who he is. And that's cool. We love him anyway. He a boss though. He's in this transformation stage. But we go to Lifestyle League. Riyadh talk his talk. Corian just. David can come up there and talk his talk. Corian just. Teacup Lou came up there. He played Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares. I mean, it just turned the whole room up. Every other word was a curse word. It was bossed up. It was aggressive. Corian sitting behind me, he tapped her. I said, what's up, bro? He leaned in. He said, big bro, I need to meet him. He said, can you introduce me to him? I said, cool. I got you at the event. I turned back around. He was gone. I said, where'd he go? He came back 30 minutes later. He tapped me again. He said, don't worry about it, big bro. I just got his number. How about we came back to Chicago? Listen, we got a strategy for our group. He said, yeah, that's cool, but that's not my voice. He all on Teacup Lou's strategy. Why? Because that's the boys. So I told y'all, I ain't got to convince him. I'm not convincing him to sign up. Hey, look, watch this Riyadh video. Who videos you think I'm about to send him? Everything Teacup Lou. I'm not going to send him a Sidney Jones video. I'm not going to send him a David video. His voice is Teacup Lou. So I'm about to edify the shit out of Teacup Lou. Are y'all with me this morning? Everybody has a voice. So you got to be able to leverage it. It ain't about you. That because I love David. I love Riyadh. My voice is Alex Morton. Got the sauce. That boy Alex is the GOAT. I want to be Alex. I want to fly around and teaching all the organizations how to cook up. My voice is Alex Morton, a whole notebook. Look at the name on this. I got a whole notebook of Alex. Alex. Notebooks. All Alex. All Alex. It ain't a game. You got to know the voice. So listen, I didn't want to be long today. I just wanted to be strong today. I hope this guys make sense to you, right? If you got some value from this call, just go back into the group chats, drop some fire, have an amazing day, guys. I'll get these videos up on YouTube and I'll put them back out. I love you guys, and you guys have an amazing morning. Let's go, Chairman.